This is a tier list. These are the best free Oculus Quest 2 games. And this is David.
Oh my god. Hi.
How are you?
David and I are going to rank the most popular free Quest 2 games, starting off with VRChat.
The positives. Well, VRChat, you get to have all this creativity of random people making skins and stuff that are just, you know, who would have thought of it?
Even though VRChat is probably the most popular game that we have on this list, is not the best game. There are definitely much better games, and we're going to be talking about them right now.
This game is a pioneer in what it is, but I don't think it can hold up because it's not polished enough.
I'm clicking. Oh. Whoa!
Rec Room just feels cleaner. It feels like everything runs smoother.
I also think that a positive about this is that it's actually like really social, and you can have cool interactions like this, like me and David are having right now. Do whatever you want and just talk to people and hang out, which is like obviously the best part of this game.
There's like infinite amount of skins. You're a talking banana and I'm Linus made of paper.
Anyway, we decided to rank this game a solid C. From 1 out of 10 scale, what would you give this?
Well, my game lag, so I'll give it like a 7.
What about you?
I don't know, dude.
Oh my god, it's Shaggy.
Hey, put your hands on motherfucker!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Alright, I'm getting out of here. On to the next game, boys. Let's go. I'm out of here! Oh, there he is! J-Man, I want to hear your opinions about this game. What are the bad things and what are the good things?
Look outside, you tell me.
Wow, it's beautiful. How is he floating like that?
Gorilla Tag has one of the most dynamic movement mechanics I've ever seen in any VR game. You have to use the environment like some kind of trampoline, and everything is available to you to come up with the most stylish ways to get around the map. This game has 13,000 concurrent players at peak, which is enormous for a VR game. Amazing communities, especially mine. People do exploit the game. It's one guy developing it, but we all love him, and he updates the game frequently, and he's super passionate, so there's nothing to complain about. If I were to rank it, this is a 1 out of 10. Huh? I've played a lot of VR, 1 out of 10, bro. This is, oh, how are you rating this? Like 1 is best?
Actually, we're doing a S, A, B, C, D.
This is S tier, by far.
You heard it from the man himself. This is an S tier.
He actually said it was 1 out of 10. You heard it here first, folks. A 1 out of 10. Realistic graphics, you know, looks amazing. That's its negative. It's PlayStation 1 graphics. If it's a good game, graphics don't really matter.
It has like an art style to it, but I don't know, it's just something about it, it's not complete.
Spending a lot of time in it, you get really good. And I think you have to spend a lot of time in it to get any good at the game. But you have to be careful not to smash your light or smash anything around. I couldn't make a game near as good as that. One person doing all that is very impressive. So what's your score?
The lack of change settings and have a menu. The menu is interactive, so I like that. I like how you have the keyboard and everything, but it's so hard like to use, it's complicated.
I agree.
Where should we rank it?
I think if I could spend more time in it, I would rank it higher, but for now, I would give it probably a C.
I'm gonna go for C. So
I'll go with a C as well.
What do you think about this game, David?
Well, it's dangerous. Look at the rocks here to our left. As you can see, it's
I know, right? Whoa! Look at that.
Kind of dangerous. Apart from the menu being a little bit difficult to get through, it seems pretty cool.
Yeah, and apart from ads that keep popping up saying to buy like the full game or whatever, it's actually made pretty well. Like all these rocks and whatever, it actually looks like I'm kind of on a roller coaster. Oh my gosh, this is actually like kind of dizzy. It's everyone's first game because it's free. When they just check it out, like, oh yeah, roller coaster, but then they get sick and then they leave and never play VR again because they get motion sick with this stuff. Is that right, little David?
That's it. You're right. You're right on that one.
Yo, David, what should we rank it? A solid B. How about that? B and a half. A.
Oh, I wouldn't give it an A. I'd give it a B.
B.
I think a B. I think the graphics could be a little bit better.
Exactly.
Maybe if there was a little more free. Oh, here we go.
Look at this. We're about to do the big drop.
I'm not ready to die.
No, son, you are not going to die. Don't worry. It'll be okay. Your mustache shows confidence in you. You're a grown man now.
Thank you. I'm a 7-year-old guy with a mustache.
Yeah, it's completely normal.
This is a big drop. I'm not fastened in properly. This isn't in. No, I'm not gonna be okay.
Oh, no. Son,
oh my god.
Don't survive. Just put your hands up in the air. Woo-hoo.
Echo VR.
Yeah, so what do you think about this game?
This is one of my favorite games. I always want to spend even more time inside of. Again, this is a free game, and there's just so much to do here, because you can level up and you can unlock a lot. And as well, they have the Echo Pass. Nice bonus. So what would you rate this game?
The movement is definitely like one of my favorite parts about this game. Yeah, I actually feel like I'm floating in VR. Probably an A. It's very close to an S, yeah. I love Bigscreen. It's one of my first VR games I've ever tried out, and I was blown away by the fact that you can like go to a movie theater all in VR.
Virtual reality. Very, very cool. I agree. Big selection of movies and TV channels to watch. However, a lot of the films and movies aren't actually available in all locations around the world.
They should really make this into like an actual virtual reality theater. So have movies that are premiering in the actual theaters in real life, you know, but here in VR where you actually go and pay for a ticket and watch it.
I think eventually it will get to that stage where we'll be seeing the latest movies in VR. So, what rating would you give this game?
It's awesome, but it's not the best.
I'd give it a B or an A.
A
Probably
B and
a
A,
B.
okay. I would give it a B.
I think I'll give it a B.
What do you think of this game? Dude, Rec Rally is awesome.
This is pretty cool.
It's not polished like to the max, but definitely better than VRChat like we were talking about earlier. Whoa!
Yeah.
He just jumped right ahead of me.
Use my boost.
This is just one out of the many game modes they have, guys.
They have so many game modes in Rec Room.
Right as we're about to rank this game an S tier, so like the highest tier in this list, well, this happened.
Hey, you. You. You too. You Davidson and YouTube Green Diamond.
Hello.
That's a stupid name, by the way.
Yeah, I know, it's a really stupid name. Thank you. So this is the negative about Rec Room. You have people like this, you know, just let's get out of here, David. So we ended up ranking Rec Room an A. On YouTube VR, you can subscribe to David's channel.
Or you could subscribe to Diamond's one. Next game.
Now here are some games that you can find on App Lab. They aren't that popular, but I recommend you guys play these. And in this game, your goal is to reach the end to find the treasure. But there are different creatures and different beasts that you must fight. David, what do you think about this game?
Ancient Dungeons is kind of like a mix of Minecraft and an Ancient Dungeon. I can't actually think of the second mix. It's definitely a fun game. I like the art style, I like the enemies, and I like how you can use a sword. I'd give it a high ranking.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of depth into it, and it's so cool throwing the little knife that you have. Yeah, that part, I like that. I was like spamming the button. I think it's a solid B. What do you think, David?
I'm giving it an A. I'm giving this game an A. I'd pay for it. It's definitely worth checking out while it's free.
Yeah, definitely. If you would pay for a free game that's already free, then it definitely boosts up the ranking a lot. So honestly, I had so much fun in this game for the first 2 minutes. Then it got boring. But other than that, in general, this game, it's a poorly made skiing game, pretty much. The graphics could have been better, and there's no depth to it, and they could have just made it a more polished game, in my opinion.
I haven't played it since, but when I played it the first time around, I found it kind of difficult to actually know what these power-up things or the things that you have to actually go into did.
You have to like go through them or something. I don't even know, like, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to like go through them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
Instructions are not clear.
And that's not good. Yeah, not good when we don't know.
Yeah, ranking this a C in my opinion. What do you think, David? Or sorry, actually, what is the lowest? Is it a D?
What's the lowest?
I haven't played much of this game, Dave, so you actually tell me what you think about this game.
Pavlov's Shack. It's a very cool game that for a long time has been trying to get onto the official Oculus Quest store, and it hasn't. It still hasn't. It's on App Labs, but it's a solid shooter. It's good fun. There's lots of people in it. It's probably one of the more active games on the Quest altogether, not just on App Labs. And it has a lot to it. Once you get into it, like there's custom games, there's different maps that you can play, and there's lots of guns, obviously, in it too.
Yeah,
it's well made. It's always being improved upon. So if you haven't played it and want to play it, I'd jump into it now while it's still free and get in on it now while you have the chance.
What are some bad things instead about it?
There's a little bit of a learning curve on certain stuff because it doesn't tell you how to reload certain guns or work in certain ways, so it does take a little bit. The game is good and it just needs a better menu system, basically.
So David, what are we going to rank this game? Actually, what are you going to rank this game?
It's a great player base at the minute, but right now I'd give this game a C.
C, alright, cool. Moving on, next game. Now finally, we made it to the last game.
This is the game me and Diamond decided to rank as the highest out of all the free Oculus Quest games.
But first, let's go and ask a completely random guy what game he thinks we rank the highest. And if he gets it right, we'll give him a prize. Okay, so here's a random VR player. His name is Cryflame. And the game that he thinks we rank the highest was...
Drum roll. No, I'm scared. I don't want to say. No, I'm sorry. It's not. It wasn't VRChat. But you know what? Thank you for the effort. I'm still gonna send you over some chips because we love you. Your little prize. Ooh.
Whoa! $10,000.
$10,000.
Subscribe to Green Diamond and David Duggan.
Okay, so here is the final tier list. Yes, the top tier was PokerStars VR, the game that we were just playing with our new friend. Anyway, about that kid Cryflame, I liked him, so I decided to give him $10. But it's also because he helped me out in this video right here. So if you guys want to see us giving away $100 to just completely random kids in VR, then make sure to click on this.